Hi, everybody. Jason Crow here. Excited for our next installment of our Instagram Live series. Tonight, we're going to be joined by my good friend Deb Haaland from New Mexico. She'll be joining us here shortly, so I'm excited to have another discussion with another one of my colleagues and a tremendous national and Western leader. So we'll give her a minute to join in. I hope you're all doing well and staying healthy and safe these days during the challenging pandemic. It's a tough time for all of us. I'm in actually Washington right now, getting ready to vote here probably the next hour. We're working hard to try to get a stimulus bill done. I'm of the view that we need to get something done desperately and very quickly to make sure that we're providing relief to businesses, to families, to individuals, and get that relief very soon. It looks like we have Deb Haaland coming on.
Hey, Jason.
There she is. Hi, Deb.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you as well. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like stopping to celebrate all those birthdays from here on out.
You know, I used to not be a birthday person, but I think I'm becoming a birthday person. So you gotta take time to smell the roses and celebrate birthdays. Appreciate those things that maybe we didn't appreciate before.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you. And I was looking at your story, and I just realized, and I didn't know this, that the Christmas tree's from Colorado. So I will go and visit the tree.
Yes, it's from the Compadre National Forest. So it's the fourth capital Christmas tree that Colorado has provided to the Capitol over the 50-year history. I learned all about this yesterday. That
wonderful.
There have been 50 trees, 4 of them from Colorado. And apparently, I checked my facts that Colorado trees are about 20% taller than New Mexico trees. Is that true?
I don't know. But we can compare because our New Mexico had a tree last year.
That's true. I was joking about the 20% thing. I made that up. But I had to give you a hard time. Well, thanks for joining.
That's okay.
Really appreciate your time. For those of you joining in, Deb Haaland from New Mexico is first and foremost one of my friends and somebody that I've really been honored to work with. We sit on the Armed Services Committee. We have offices, actually just a couple of offices down from each other in the Longworth building. So we see each other on Capitol Hill all the time and in committee. But we have so much in common as Westerners, as people with military families and background. Her father is a 30-year combat Marine. Her mother is a Navy veteran. So veteran issues are really important. And of course, as Westerners, Native issues. And Deb is a trailblazer, not just a leader in the West in New Mexico, but a leader nationally as one of the first Native American women members of Congress and doing just amazing, incredible progressive work on so many things. So thank you for giving us a few minutes of your time tonight, Deb.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yeah. Well, we'd love to just hear your views on the impact, particularly of coronavirus. As you know, I know our sole focus right now is trying to provide a relief bill, get a relief bill and stimulus bill to the American people. But underserved communities, and particularly Native communities, have been disproportionately impacted by the pandemic. And would love to get your thoughts on that and what we need to do to address it.
Well, absolutely. And I mean, look, you people across the country, small businesses, the unemployment rate is through the roof right now. And people are suffering, they're starting to be evicted from their homes and all of these terrible things. We needed a stimulus bill months ago. And that's why I voted to, pass the HEROES Act. And so, I mean, in Indian country, particularly, I could talk about New Mexico. Native Americans are about 11% of the population. And at one time, we were over 50% of the COVID cases. And, you know, we, communities of color have just historically, I mean, you know, this pandemic has essentially highlighted the disparities that communities of color face. And for Indian country, it's, you know, it's the federal government not living up to its trust responsibility to Indian tribes for decades and decades and decades. And so those are, yes, those are issues that we care about, that we've been working on. Thankful that we were able to get some funding to tribes in the CARES Act, but there's so much more we need to do. And I know that people everywhere are suffering, and we need to just help them to get past this terrible crisis.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, as I mentioned at the beginning, that we do serve on the Armed Services Committee together, and there's I think it's over a 4,000-page bill this year, so it's an enormous bill, and there's a lot of provisions, and I would love to hear, are there things that are particularly important to you in that bill, or things that you worked on that you're excited that we're able to make it across the finish line?
Thank you, Jason. So far as I know, the Rent the Camo amendment that we got passed made it across the finish line. I haven't looked at everything in its entirety, but you know, that was, and you know this, Jason and I have shared the desire and, you know, the work to make sure that women have opportunities to attain those higher ranks in the military. We want active duty service women to have the same opportunities as men. So I feel like removing some obstacles from career service women so that they can achieve those higher ranks would be helpful. And so that's the reason for the Rent the Camo, which would help active duty service women to obtain maternity uniforms without spending thousands of dollars, like essentially borrowing the uniforms and giving them back for another woman to use. And so I'm excited about that, Jason. I think I've told you before that my mom was in the Navy, and she had to get out of the Navy when she was pregnant with my sister because they didn't allow pregnant women to serve. And so times have changed. I'm really happy about that. I like to see more women in those higher ranks, and so I feel like that in particular will help them, will help some women to, you know, not have an obstacle. And
yeah.
So
absolutely, I'm excited about that too. And a lot of milestones. We've had women graduate Ranger School in the last couple of years, going through Special Forces training as well. So those barriers are being broken more and more the last couple of years, and it's going to be a better military and more reflective of the nation, which is an important component of our national defense to really be a standard bearer of our values. So very excited about that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I love serving with you on the House Armed Services Committee, Jason. And so happy you won your re-election.
Well, real quick, and I know we both need to get going to votes here soon, but one last question, if you will. What are you really excited about going into the 117th Congress? You know, we obviously have some severe issues that we need to address in the next couple of weeks and get a stimulus bill. I know we're both focused on that and working to get it done to deliver the relief we need, but we're going to have a President Biden and a President Harris, and would love your thoughts on things that you're excited to do in the next couple of years.
Well, of course, I'm excited to have President-elect Biden be President Biden on January 20th when he is sworn in. And I'm excited for the inauguration. I'm really excited about his climate plan, his environmental plan, you know, serving on the House Natural Resources Committee. I feel like, you know, we'll be able to move some issues forward for President Biden. One thing I'm particularly excited about is the 30 by 30 resolution to save nature that he adopted into his policy platform. And I think I'm really excited about conserving 30% of our land and oceans by 2030. You probably have heard this. I say it all the time. Our public lands emit 25% of carbon that goes into the atmosphere. And so we need more renewable energy projects on public lands. We need to, get those carbon particles down on our public lands. And I think the 30 by 30 resolution is something that's really going to make a difference. And so I'm excited about that, excited about a lot of things though, under Biden administration. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, me too. A lot of work ahead. There's no doubt about it. Colorado chilies or New Mexico chilies? Final question.
Well, I saw our governors get into a little tussle on Twitter over this fact. And I think back then I was ready to challenge y'all to a chili cook-off. We could do a chili cook-off just for fun anyway. But, New Mexico green chili, I'll tell you why our food is so unique in New Mexico with our green chili and our red chili. It's because New Mexico food is a combination of Pueblo Indian and Spanish. When the Spanish came to New Mexico in the late 1500s, they brought their agricultural tradition. The Pueblo Indians had their rich agricultural tradition. Together, they grew things and they cooked this amazing food, and that's what we share today. So I want to invite you down to Albuquerque or any part of New Mexico sometime, and we'll go out, or I'll cook for you, and you can try our chili.
That offer accepted. You win. I give up. You completely beat me on that. We'll still do the cook-off, but would love to come down and visit you soon. So,
yeah, that'd be a lot.
Thanks, my friend. I appreciate everything you do. And,
thank you, Jason. So nice to see you.
Yeah, you
take
too.
Care. And thanks
everyone
thanks everybody for joining us on Instagram Live today. And I hope everyone has a joyous holiday. And don't forget to donate to your food banks and the places that will help folks to get past this health crisis as well.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
See you later.
All right. See you all. Bye.